Hello, I am Brian Kerr, the founder of Revere Skills-Based Volunteering Software, and welcome to 3 Tips in 3 Minutes for CSR Leaders. And with me today is Madison Darling with Alteryx. Madison, welcome on board.
Hi, Brian. Thanks so much for having me today.
Share with us a little bit about not only Alteryx, but also the area in which you're working within Alteryx Sparked. Share a little bit more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Alteryx is a data analytics software company, and my title is program specialist, and I work within our higher education department called Alteryx Sparked. And what we do is we provide free designer licenses, which is our flagship product as a data analytics software company, to students, learners, career changers, as well as educators. So these are individuals that want to get into the data analytics space, want to try out our product to prep, analyze data with Designer. So we provide them with licenses as well as teaching and learning resources so they can get started in the data analytics space. And a big part of my job is connecting our students and learners with opportunities for engagement. So beyond the product, getting them connected with our customers, career webinar opportunities, upskilling training, so a variety of ways that they can engage with not only Sparked, but the greater Alteryx network.
I love it. Love what you guys are doing. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What is your number one tip for CSR leaders?
Yeah, so the number one tip would definitely be the type of engagement opportunities that your company offers are really important in terms of offering broader events and engagements to foster meaningful social impact for your company. I think it's really important to align those engagements with the passions and interests of your employees, of your company. People really want to contribute and volunteer to events that are close to their hearts. Education, for example, we get a lot of individuals that want to volunteer and mentor students as they're exploring the data analytics space and connect them with networking and career guidance opportunities. And I think this really not only brings fulfillment on a personal level, but it maximizes the positive impact your company can make through these diverse volunteer opportunities. So we have, the education perspective. And then just to add to that, we also have our philanthropic branch of Alteryx, Alteryx for Good, that Lori Harder leads. And this allows our employees to engage with nonprofits in that space, which aligns, a lot with the passions and interests of our Alteryx employees. And then offering these broader engagements also contributes to the employee satisfaction when they have a variety of different options that they can give back in.
Good. Tip number 2.
Yeah, tip number 2. So I would say amplification. So it's important to really promote and amplify the great work that you're doing through your company through skills-based volunteering, like Alteryx Sparked and Alteryx for Good is partnering with your company, Brian, to showcase your commitment to social responsibility. So share these stories of passionate participants and customers that have really made a difference through their volunteer involvement, and highlighting their effort not only demonstrates the impact, but also inspires others to get involved when they see this great work that they're doing, and it inspires them to do something similar. So it's almost like a ripple effect. So these volunteer stories are promoted on social channels or newsletters, and it motivates others to get involved and donate their skills and time for a greater cause. And then this, I think, also really reflects well on your company because it'll attract other volunteer service-oriented people that have that mindset.
Good begets good, and you can never over-communicate, as you and I have talked about before. Yes. You guys are doing a great job. Tip number 3.
Yes. So lastly, I think tip number 3 is seeking partnerships, collaborations in your social impact endeavors. So CSR really goes beyond the individual efforts. It's about working as a collective group with others for that common goal of positive change, right? So finding similar companies and groups that are also service focused, that you can then pull your resources, expertise, networking among these different groups and companies to amplify that impact that you're doing and then tackle those larger challenges as a united force. So
you're talking internal to the company and external.
Yes, absolutely. Internal, external. As we see in Alteryx, we have, our employee resource groups for individuals that donate their time to specific causes that aligns with their passion. So collaborating with them for volunteer opportunities, whether it be in the education space or sustainability or basic needs focus. And that's a big part of Alteryx for Good is their core pillars and how we can amplify that through those employee resource groups. But then externally as well, like you said, different nonprofits, other companies with similar missions. I think just, combining efforts, skills can have a greater impact, and that ripple effect, like I was saying, expand the reach of the social impact and promote learning and innovative solutions among all those individuals that they're donating their time and volunteer efforts.
Awesome. Madison, thank you so much for your 3 tips in 3 minutes for CSR leaders. It's fantastic. So if folks want to reach out to you, what's the best way for folks to do so?
Yeah, of course. Thanks, Brian. Anyone can reach out to me on LinkedIn. That's probably the best way under my first and last name, Madison Darling, and my company, Alteryx.
Yeah, you've got an easy one, Madison Darling. It's a good name, easy to remember. Good. Right. Madison, thank you so much as always. And it's always a pleasure to work with you guys.
Thank you so much, Brian, for the opportunity. Pleasure to work with you as well.